Should programmers become Shopify developers in 2020? Well, you reached the right video. Let me explain. This video is brought to you by DigiLink Academy, your #1 source to learn programming fast and get to that six-figure salary you desire. Our academy have a wide range of courses, including our 30-day developer Launchpad, our programmer interview course, and our mentorship program, and much, much more. When you sign up for our free guide, you get access to our community of like-minded professionals who's going to help take your career to the next level. So let's take the next step and sign up for our 7-step guide and click the link below to get started. I'll see you guys in the guide. All right, guys, let's go into the details on Shopify development. A lot of you guys may think, Rod, Shopify is a ready built site. Developers can't make any money, and you're not considered a developer or even a programmer when you're doing Shopify. And that's far from the truth, guys. Just because it's a ready built system don't mean that you can't make any money on integrations and creating themes and applications and plugins for it. But I want to give you guys some information that's going to clarify things for you. So if you are in the market to become a Shopify developer, you have an opportunity. First of all, guys, Shopify is going to be one of those niche situations when it comes to trying to get a job in it. Most of the time it's going to be freelance related. A lot of the small markets not going to have a lot of this type of work, a lot of the bigger ones, but mainly it's going to be for freelancers. If you are into that, you're going to be a lot of opportunities on Upwork, Elance. I think they changed it. It's not Elance anymore. I think it's just Upwork. But at the end of the day, guys, if you want to really leverage Shopify, this is a good opportunity for you in a freelance world. It's just making some money on the side. As far as just going out of my way and learning for all developers, I wouldn't necessarily do that. But at the end of the day, I want to go over a few things that's going to really justify should you or should you not learn it, and then it's going to help make that decision easier for you guys. So first of all companies want a e-commerce online platform at some point, depending on if they're customer or consumer facing. And a lot of them hate storing credit card information, hate dealing with e-commerce, hate dealing with that security aspect of it altogether. So if they can outsource that and still have the ability to integrate into their existing systems, then they're going to be for that. If you are the right developer, you can make that happen for them using Shopify. Shopify is one of those things where it's 100% cloud. You don't have to manage any back-end software, anything like that. But you can still integrate into your existing systems with PayPal, with Google Analytics, all those systems, so that you can leverage it and make it a seamless integration with your existing CRM and applications or your payment gateways. That being said, guys, you have no back-end code to manage. I think Shopify is written in Ruby on Rails, and a lot of you guys may think, whoa, Rod, I don't want to learn Ruby on Rails or Ruby. That software language is not as sexy. Well, don't worry about it, guys. The good news about it is the back-end foundational code base, they manage it in the cloud. You don't have to touch it. But as you integrate with it, just say if you use C#, .NET, you use Python, the APIs, you can build it based off of whatever program language you're currently using. That's where the magic is, guys, and that's what really makes it attractive for a lot of companies, because you can use your existing code base, you can use the existing programming language to integrate with any type of solution via API. And I talk about other projects like this in my 7-step guide, so you need to go ahead and check that out. It's free, guys, where we get into APIs and how it actually works with your existing systems. And we got courses actually below that's going to go over real world applications that's going to allow you guys to leverage any programming language, mainly Python, JavaScript, SQL, that's really going to help you guys take your career to the next level in 30 days. So if you haven't already, go purchase that course below or sign up for our free 7-step guide. Links for both are in the description box. But this is going to allow you guys to really leverage Shopify and integrate it into existing systems. The next time you're on an e-commerce site, you go to a website, look at the URL up top when you go to the shopping area of a website. More than likely, they have a, let's just say, WordPress website, and with a Shopify e-commerce backend, you can do that. Or you can have a traditional a custom-built website, and you can just use the e-commerce platform specifically for Shopify. And you ever see shop.companyname.com? That's usually where they actually make that split. The themes or the actual user interface are similar between Shopify and that, so it's seamless, and they got the custom URLs up top, so they make it so seamless where you can't even tell. And the APIs, they're really fast nowadays, so unless you just got an eye for it, or they did a crappy job on their CSS, you won't know unless you're just looking for it. And me, I'm being the nerd that I am, I'm always kind of looking at different infrastructure and how they do stuff, because that's what I do. I develop code, so I'm always looking for best practices, how other people do it, so that I can kind of strengthen my software development kit. But that being said, guys, one thing about Shopify you got to understand is, at the beginning, in the freelance world, you're not gonna make a lot of money. I can tell you that now. A lot of guys may say, hey Rod, I know the Shopify developer that make $300-400 grand a year. Yeah, but I guarantee you that same developer, when they first started, unless they was a rock star developer, they was making south of $50,000-40,000 a year. Only because in the freelance world, when you're dealing with WordPress development, Shopify development, the perceived value is low at the beginning. And you can change this, that's the good news, but at the beginning, as a developer, as a freelancer, you're gonna get lowballed. Especially if you being outsourced, or you're in a third world country or something like that, you will be you will get lowballed on your offers, and that's okay, especially if you don't have any work. And that's what I'm gonna really contribute you being lowballed for, because you don't have any projects that's going to justify you getting paid that much that the customer can understand. You gotta make sure you're on the same page, guys. To avoid this is to solve more business problems that relates to that particular client. That's why I'm a huge fan of, when you're a freelancer, you want to pick software stacks that are related to each client. You don't necessarily want to pick clients that are competing against each other all the time, which happens sometimes, but generally, just say for an example, you may have a dentist client who you manage a software stack for, and then you go get a skincare client where you're managing stuff from. Both in the healthcare industries, both are not competing with each other, but they have similar models. And you can still do even a transportation related stack with those two, as long as it's cloud, it matches the same program. All of them use Microsoft, or all of them use Google, or all of them use Amazon, AWS. They have that relatability, because what's going to happen is, as you scale, you want your clients to have similar stacks, so that when you start to train and bring on and hire new people, it's going to be seamless depending on no matter what account you're working on. No, I got in the weeds on that one, guys. Let's get back on Shopify. But at the end of the day, guys, Shopify is good. You want to solve bigger and bigger problems, and that's how you're going to win with Shopify. At the end of the day, guys, Shopify is really good if you are focusing on front-end full stack development. Let me tell you why. Because you got to know the data model of Shopify to really be able to leverage it in the way you want to, as far as just integrating it. If you don't know the Shopify data model, which is not a lot, guys, at the end of the day, you want to know your orders table, your customers, all your special fields, so that you can integrate that in your client CRM or the accounting system or the QuickBooks. You need to know this kind of stuff, and it's not hard. It may take you an hour of looking through the database, or going online and finding out what a data model with all those major data objects are, sources of your data, so that you can start creating those reports, making those links, and really providing value to the client. And then you start automating things from there, guys. That's how you start making the big bucks, when you start to deal with Shopify developers, guys. A lot of you guys come in, hey, I'm gonna just make a theme, or hey, I'm just gonna do a little small plug. No, you're gonna get lowballed. You're not gonna make a lot of money, and then you're gonna be crying because you only can make $15,000 a year doing Shopify development. And then you look over to this other side over there, you see a similar Shopify developer who has the same skill set you have, making $240,000 a year because they're focusing on the business problems, and you over here focusing on templates and plugins that don't solve any problem for nobody. So guys, that's the difference in the people, the approach, the focus in on what projects that you work. You have similar skills, similar backgrounds, working in the same industry. The only difference is the projects that you're doing will make a tremendous difference on where your career goes. So keep that in mind, guys. And I always tell you guys, if you haven't already, just really put yourself around people who's gonna help take your career to the next level. Iron sharpens iron, so you want to be around like-minded people. That being said, guys, you can be around us in our community by signing up for the goodies below. And if you haven't already, go support the channel by buying some of our courses or any other goodies that are below. And also, if you agree with me, comment below. If you disagree with me, comment below. We'll start a conversation from there. Like, subscribe to the content. If you have additional questions, comment below. I'll see you guys in the next. Before you leave, links right here. Click, click, click. Now you click and sign up. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.